Hi everybody, welcome to Saturday Live at the Backyard Bird Center. Number one question, hands down, no, not even close, is when should I take my hummingbird feeders down so my hummingbirds will leave? I've addressed this so many times in the past 35 years, I can't, it's one of those, if I had a nickel for every time. Okay, no, do not worry about hummingbirds staying here because you have your hummingbird feeder out. They know when to migrate. Their bodies tell them when, by the shortening of day length, that it's time to migrate and head south. The younger birds, it takes them a while to catch on, but those adults, most of our adults are gone. They've already headed south. The females have had males first, females next, and then those young birds tend to linger. My answer to this question has always been, leave your hummingbird feeders out as long as you are willing to maintain them. If you are willing to continue to change that nectar every 2 to 3 days, maybe 3 to 4 days now that temperatures are moderating, so you can leave it out. Those straggling birds, those birds that are later coming through, they're the ones who need the hummingbird feeders the most, because flowers begin to become scarce, and whenever you're migrating, you don't know where you are. A good, dependable food source like a hummingbird feeder can be very, very important to you. They're having to fatten up for their next leg of the journey, and if you've watched my videos, I talk about these guys having to fly when the wind is out of the north at their back, and they can fly about 100 to 125 miles a night is what we understand, and they have to find new food sources, and they have to fatten up to continue this journey south. So don't take your hummingbird feeders in because you think it's making them stay here. And yes, on these cold nights, these cooler nights that we have had, people are seeing hummingbirds sitting very still whenever they get up in the morning. That's a state called torpor. These hummingbirds have to slow their heart rates down at night to not starve to death while they're just sitting there. So they go into that state, especially in cooler temperatures, and lower that heart rate down so they don't burn all their energy up overnight. So it's a natural thing. It is not because you're leaving your hummingbird feeders out. So I know you've probably heard me talk about this before, but the number of questions we're getting are amazing this year. It's been a great hummingbird migration. People still have them. Post it if you would. Let me know if you still do have some coming. But I know the numbers have gone way down in the last week, and we always get reports up through the first week of October anymore. And even I've had people have them until Thanksgiving some years. So keep those hummingbird feeders up if you will. If you don't, if you're tired of maintaining them, take them down. It's okay. But if you're willing to leave them up, at least up through the 1st of October and to maybe the middle of October is probably a really good idea. So it's a classic topic. I thought we better cover it today. If you like it, please give us a like, give us a share it with people, because these videos get seen by people all over, and they need to know the answer to this question, because believe me, it gets asked everywhere. So send in ideas for future programs, because we want to talk about what you want us to talk about. And until then, come by and let's talk birds.